So we are changing certain things up. I am here, hello, doing a recording on November 20th. I know we are getting close to every due date for the posts, but it can't be helped, you know? I'm trying my best. But anyways, so we're doing something a bit different, where I am sort of watching the video as it goes on, and then I'm talking through it as well, so I am distracted just like a cat seeing a feathered toy. It's weird. Basically, what happens is that you guys get to sit back, hear me talk, and skip over all the boring parts and commentary that I have during the process, and if there's something funny, I'll let you in on a little secret. Alright? So, jumping right into it, different formats, something strange is going on because I've dragged two pictures from the deep depths of Google so I can do this art project with it. Basically, the art project is that we have to design t-shirts for a jazz company, band, group, whatever you'd like to call it. And we have to do 3 digital roughs. So this is one of them. I will not show you the other ones. You'll have to wait and see them. But yeah, I am doing one of them right now. This is sort of, the idea is realistic-ish, like more realistic than my other designs, and it's a totally different approach. Now here's the thing, right? I think I say some smart things in here. Watching it back, not so brilliant.
I think each finger, because of the, what are those, tendons?
But yeah, we are going to jump right into the video. I will speed up clips where there isn't anything interesting, and if I happen to say something interesting or catch something strange, I will let you know. Alright? Okay. So we jump right into it. We have jumped right into it. I mess up the intro a few times thinking that, yeah, you guys will get to hear me talk while I work my magic. Not magic, just me struggling through Adobe Illustrator. Throughout the video, I do whine about Adobe Illustrator for a solid 5 minutes. I will spare you that. You know that we just don't quite click as well as other programs. And for that, I'm sorry. But yeah, so we essentially have to do this project, and I don't think it's a terrible project, but I'm also really nervous because that is like, how many people are in my class? About maybe 25 different designs competing, and this is like a big deal. This is a genuine client that we have, and it looks really good on your resume if you're like, hey, yeah, designed this t-shirt for this well-known group in Halifax. So yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm also like, I don't think I'll win. There are some really good designers in class, and I'm not one of them. Which makes you think, right? Like, they have to be really good. They are really good out there, but it's okay. We'll try our best. This is for marks, which I need in order to graduate. So I really don't mind if like the company doesn't choose my design. To be honest, it might be better if they don't. I have a lot of other things to focus on and worry about. Panicking. But anyways, so yeah, lots of fun things. And I also, there's this clip that occurs at some point of time where it sounds like either a demon is rising from hell to collect the soul that I have, which I don't have any, it's already down there, or aliens are coming to abduct me, which if this video does not come out by November 27th, just expect, you know, that I have been abducted by aliens. No, I'm kidding though. I'm still here. Hi. Yeah, still a pain in your butts. But yeah, so I sort of attempt this style. As you can see, it's sort of like this, more illustrative line just going for lines because we are limited in how many colors we can use. And I'm like trying to clean it up, but then I'm like, this isn't quite what I'm looking for. I already get to do lines with the one line with like 3 instrument type thing. I really don't want to do the same style over and over again, so I settle for a more like stencil like style, like somebody spray painted it in like a few different layers, that type of idea with like a stencil. So I aim for that, and it actually doesn't turn out too bad. I know there are going to be some questions when we go into critique and talk about them, but yeah, I wanted to get the idea down on Illustrator, not on paper, not my usual. But yeah, it's just better to get the idea down, and then when it comes to needing to refine it, we can refine it from there. That's why I usually like having thumbnails. Thumbnails, super helpful. I also tend to think, when I think of blues and jazz, I either think about orange, black, and white, just because in my hometown, that's the festival's colors. Like, we have a blues and jazz festival annually. But also, it makes me think of, like, certain yellows and blues together, because I think, like, Chicago, and I sort of think, not trying to sound negative about the city, but it makes me sort of think, like, rain, you know, hearing that blues and jazz in the streets, fedoras, and, like, the street lights. So it makes me sort of think of that. So I end up taking a break, by the way. You know, I was supposed to go and have some breakfast or like lunch. I don't remember the time, but when I come back, I do say this.
Okay, we are back. I actually took a bit of a detour. I ended up going grocery shopping, cause you know, you might need some food to survive. So yeah, we are back. I am going to hop right in, and hopefully we get somewhere.
So yeah, we literally just hop right back into Illustrator. I did not turn off my desktop. Oopsie daisy. But yeah, so we get back into it, and it's sort of coming together. There are some places where I sort of have to make guesses as to where I put things. It's just purely because this is sort of a weird situation, you know, the picture isn't as crisp, and I sort of need it to be defined, especially against the black, and I need dimensions, which is hard to do in just 2 colors. 3, if I'm being very generous with myself and having black as a color. I don't mean like, oh yeah, black's not a color, that type of things, but listen, man, I'm working with tones, okay? Black is in my color palette. I also talk about how difficult it is to sort of do hands, even when you have the references right in front of you. Hands. If I have to do feet next, I might lose my brain. But anyways, it comes together eventually, and I do make some adjustments to the reference photos because his right hand sort of gets cut off awkwardly because of the sleeve, and I didn't want to draw in the sleeves for this one, although cuffs, I mean, dress shirt cuffs wouldn't have been a bad idea. But I didn't want to draw sleeves in this version of it, at least, so I do extend his hand a bit more and round it off so that it looks a bit more finished than rather I took a cleaver and just whoop his hands. I know, problem solving 101. You're smarter than you think, Scotiabank. Not their quote, but it could be, if they wanted it to be. I will also struggle with the parts of a double bass. First off, if anyone's out there playing, you know, jazz or whatever, is a double bass just a cello? And if it's not, what are the difference? I'm genuinely curious. I've been calling it a double bass now because I am scared that people will come after me and tickle a part of my brain to answering if a violin is the same as a fiddle, and if not, what are the differences between those? But yeah, I struggle for like the remainder of the clip. So about 19 minutes trying to figure out what a double bass looks like and where do you start playing it. Because I imagine that there are the fingerboards, so like a violin there's a fingerboard. And I don't know if they would start plucking after the fingerboard, between the bridge and the fingerboard, or if they would pluck sort of towards the bottom of the fingerboard, like the end of it. So yeah, it was a trip, I tell you, and I'm not sure if it depends on whether you're standing, sitting, or if it depends on the person where they start plucking. So yeah, I just don't. I can't. I don't understand. But yeah, I sort of wing it, and I'm gonna leave it like this for now because adding the fingerboard, which is black, on a black background doesn't make sense, but changing it to a lighter color also doesn't look too good. So yeah, I save it like this for now, but when it comes to the critique and stuff, I'll see what I need to change and then go from there. Let me also throw it out there that I am not a pro when it comes to violin. I tried it for like a month, but then I had issues with my teacher that happened, and then I couldn't learn it anymore because I was moving away for university. So violin didn't last very long. Oops. I'm also terrible when it comes to music, so don't ask me anything musical because I don't know. So, speaking of me struggling with the anatomy of the double bass, here are just a few clips of my insanity? Not quite the right word. Of my struggles. We'll go with that.
I just don't know how far down, if it's before or after the bridge. What to do?
As of now, I hope you guys all stay safe, stay hydrated, and just have a wonderful day. Bye!